Well, this morning, thousands of students across Sacramento still without teachers. Historic strikes in the Natomas and Twin Rivers school districts entering another week. You are looking live at the rally for teachers right now. This is in Twin Rivers. It started about 34 minutes ago. And over the weekend, we heard some signs of progress in negotiations. In the meantime, Natomas teachers are on their 5th day on the picket lines. And as we have heard, they have rejected the district's latest offer. Now, organizers say this wave of walkouts is part of a coordinated effort to line up contract expirations across the state, amplifying their cause and putting added pressure on school leaders who say they've made competitive offers, but they also have to protect their budgets. Craig DeLuz joins us now. He's with the California School Board Delegate Assembly. You're also a district trustee in the Robla School District. I also reached out to representatives of the California Teachers Association, Twin Rivers, and Natomas school districts. I did not get a response to join us today. So, Craig, much has been said about the negotiations. You're not involved in this per se, but you have been. Where do you see things in some of these districts right now?
Well, the challenge is, and I think we all can agree, that things have gotten more expensive, and they've gotten in particular more expensive here in the state of California. So the fact that teachers, just like everybody else, are concerned about cost of living, it's a real thing. The challenge is that right now, school districts, we have limited budgets, and we're responsible for making sure that our budgets are balanced, not just this year, but for next year and the year after, 3 years out. And the problem is that what's being requested by these unions, quite frankly, it's going to break the bank. And if you want to know how bad it is, they're comparing it to districts like Sac City Unified, like Oakland Unified, like San Francisco Unified, all districts which have either been in receivership or about to go into receivership, but are dealing with significant financial difficulties.
On the picket line, I heard a union representative say that their district has the money. Now, when you're negotiating between the district and the union, don't people have to show the books? It's okay, if the district has money, where is it?
Well, they do have to show the money. And one of the challenges is that there's a bit of dishonesty when it comes to that. So, for example, one of the things you've heard talked about as well, they have hundreds of millions of dollars in their capital campaign, in their capital account. Well, a capital account is bond money. Bond money is money, basically money that you went out and you borrowed specifically for facilities. You cannot use that to pay salaries. You cannot use that to pay benefits. Also, school districts are required to have a reserve, right? In the event that you deal with tough times, in the event that you wind up having to deficit spend, you want to have those reserves in order to keep from having cuts impact the classroom. And what they're asking for right now is they're asking them to empty the bank, empty the reserves, as well as they're asking them to dip into money that legally they can't touch.
So if the districts, plural, and West Sac could be next here, if the districts give the teachers union mostly of what they're asking for, what goes? What gets cut?
Well, understand that most school districts, about somewhere between 80 to 90, or in some cases up to 94% of their budget are people, which means that when they go to make cuts, they're going to cut people. What that means is, and it's not going to be the more expensive teachers, it's going to be the brand new teachers, the ones who are coming in earning $60,000, $65,000, $70,000 in order to keep the teachers who are earning $120,000, $110,000.
What about programs? Would usually band and art are usually,
well, those will start to go,
okay.
but the problem once again is those teachers, because of tenure, they get to be placed somewhere else, and a newer teacher will be released.
Well, hopefully this all gets worked out soon, Craig. I appreciate you coming in today with the Robla School District. Craig DeLuz. And we've been following the back and forth between school districts and the teachers closely. For more on the teacher strikes in our area, download the free ABC 10 streaming app to your TV.